Come Saturday night, I'm coming in here to beat his. He gonna come, he gonna be tough, strong, but I'm coming to whoop his. I stand by that. I stand by that. I'm him up. Yeah.
False accusation. You gotta think, right? It's okay.
We'll accept. I can't wait to beat this clown, bro. This dude is a clown.
Focus on me.
You better have that chin ready, baby. You better have it ready.
Real clown.
I already figured your ass out.
You not fighting.
What else you got, man?
Yo, senior, you're
I only
not
seen
in the
10
ring.
seconds of your fight.
I seen you fight before.
I only
you
seen
can't
10
fight.
seconds of your fight. You're boring as hell.
Come on, bro. Stop it, bro.
You're boring, man. You almost got knocked out. Even your daughter said you got knocked out.
Knocked out. Tio got hurt his last fight too. Ooh. Didn't he get hurt his last fight?
Man, if it wasn't for those ropes.
Did Tio get hurt his last fight?
My son don't be throwing punches,
Did Tio get hurt his last fight?
My son don't be throwing punches,
I paid attention.
The moment Terence Crawford interrupted the Stevenson-Lopez press conference, everything changed. What started as controlled tension instantly caught fire once Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez stopped playing nice and went straight for each other's pride. The smiles disappeared. The respect thinned out. And suddenly, this wasn't promotion anymore, it was personal.
I think that he did some great things against them guys. I seen a lot of weaknesses in his game too, and something that he said earlier, he said, Tio never lost to Southpaw. Well, I never lost to Orthodox. So, it ain't no different, but
the difference is you never fought no elite fighter.
Okay, I don't think y'all did either.
Oh, so you gotta show it, baby.
I don't think y'all did either. I ain't see.
Not on my son.
I ain't see Lomachenko throw no punches.
You never been on a big stage like this.
I didn't see Lomachenko throw punches for 6 rounds.
You never been on a big stage like this.
I didn't see Lomachenko throw punches.
Because we froze him.
Okay, you gonna see.
We gonna freeze you too.
You better not throw the towel.
Things escalated quickly when Teofimo Lopez Sr. stepped in, talking about breaking codes, bringing up wins over Lomachenko and Josh Taylor like proof. Shakur Stevenson didn't hesitate. He fired back instantly, brushing those accomplishments aside and making it clear. Teofimo has never faced an elite fighter like him.
Well, I see their weakness. That's what I do. You know, we broke the code with with Loma that nobody had ever done. You know, we didn't let him get comfortable in there. You saw that, you know, within like 8 rounds, he didn't know what to do. I did the same thing with Josh Taylor, and we're gonna do the same thing with Shakur.
Real hard. Man, what do you say to that, bro? Like, you hear him, bro? I just can't wait to beat him and shut him up, bro. Tio not on this level. Tio is a high-level fighter, but he's not on my level. I'm an elite-level fighter, and come January 31st, I'm gonna show it.
From there, it spiraled into non-stop verbal chaos. Shakur Stevenson went straight at Teofimo's mental weaknesses. Teofimo Lopez fired back, calling Shakur boring and overrated. Voices overlapped. Lines blurred. It sounded less like a press conference and more like round 13. Both sides swinging words instead of punches.
Be 100 times better come fight night against Teofimo Lopez than I was against Zepeda. 1,000 times better. Faster, sharper, stronger, mentally more on point, and I can't wait.
You said a couple of times now you see some holes in Teofimo's game. I know you don't want to give away your game plan at the kickoff press conference, but where are the weaknesses? Where are some of the weaknesses in his game?
A lot of the weaknesses is in his mental. I think it's more mental than anything, and I'm going to expose it.
The tension hit its breaking point when the insults turned personal. Voices rose. Security stayed locked in. The room felt one sentence away from a full-blown brawl. Even promoters like Eddie Hearn tried to pull it back, framing it as legacy, greatness, and history in the making. But by then, it was too late. The fighters had already hijacked the moment, and whatever this started as, it was no longer just promotion.
Thanks for the reminder, Chris. This place is special. I think when this fight was talked about, I think both Shakur and Teofimo Lopez need a huge amount of credit for making this fight. Both of the guys are the respective kings of their division. Teofimo Lopez, the #1 guy at 140, Shakur, the #1 guy at 135. And when I heard about this fight, I didn't expect it to happen. And you know, the work that His Excellency's done, Ring Magazine, to make this fight quite sensational. But the icing on the cake is to see the fight at Madison Square Garden. This is, for me, the absolute mecca of boxing.
And when Turki Alalshik called in, Even he sounded unimpressed by the chaos, which somehow made the moment even heavier. The noise didn't fade. The tension didn't ease. If anything, his calm reaction only made the intensity feel sharper.
This fight is the first step of a crazy map of boxing next year and the beginning of 27. This is not an easy fight. Thank you so much.
By the end, both fighters were talking about domination, humiliation, and shutting the other one up, turning the press conference into a raw preview of just how personal this fight has become. This wasn't promotion. This was real animosity spilling over. And suddenly, January 31 ST doesn't feel hyped. It feels unavoidable.
So I just, I don't know. I don't think he can get it done against Shakur when it comes to like, cause it's going to be just a skill match. I don't think he's going to try to rough Shakur up, and it's probably not.
And right after the press conference boiled over with raw emotion and pride on full display, Teofimo Lopez Sr. stepped to the mic, and you could feel the temperature change. The chaos gave way to something colder, more calculated. Listening to him talk, it was clear this wasn't trash talk. This was a father laying out a mindset. He wasn't impressed by Philly shell impressions or stylistic cosplay from Shakur Stevenson. The message was simple: we've seen it all. No guessing, just preparation. What stood out most was the emphasis on growth and mentality. Less noise, more intent. The kind of confidence that doesn't need to shout because it's already done the work.
Crawford in the past, and you know, Crawford stated, "Oh, you want to get to me?"
Yeah, but he really wanted to fight Crawford, and we're gonna call him out after we beat up his boy. You know,
so that's the game plan. Even though you guys have, even if he requires you,
well, he ain't gonna fight us, man. He ain't gonna fight us, man. We've been chasing this guy for the longest. My son is even willing to go up to 160 to fight him. You know, listen, speed kills. You know what I'm saying? Speed kills, and that's why we're gonna beat Shakur. He ain't faster than us, and we're gonna catch him. We're gonna catch him.
He frames Teofimo Lopez as a fighter who keeps evolving because he keeps choosing danger over comfort. And whether you agree or not, it's a powerful angle. When he starts talking legacy over money, underdog nights against Lomachenko and Josh Taylor, and styles changing from fight to fight, you can hear the belief pouring out. Is it ambitious? Absolutely. Dramatic? No question. But it's also consistent with how Teofimo's career has actually unfolded. What really stood out was how casually he brushed aside talk about ring size and gimmicks, basically saying, we're not here chasing knockouts, we're here to outthink you.
Okay, we do this for the legacy. So I tell my son, that when I told him, you know, let's go after Colmig, let's go after Lomachenko, let's go after Josh Taylor. And all of those three fights, he was the underdog. You know what I'm saying? And big time. I mean, with Josh Taylor, he was like 23 experts said that he was going to lose. So, you know, and he gave an amazing performance, you know. And it wasn't the same as the performance he gave with Barbosa's, you know. Like, his styles have changed all the time. And that's the scariest part about him, you know. And he comes to entertain.
And sure, some of the Crawford and Canelo comparisons drift into reach territory, but that's part of the confidence package. What you really walk away with is this. Team Lopez isn't coming in hoping to catch lightning. They genuinely believe speed, adaptability, and pressure can crack Shakur Stevenson's calm. Whether that belief survives 12 rounds is another question. But psychologically, this wasn't noise. This was conviction. And when both sides believe they're smarter, faster, and more prepared than the other, fights stop being predictable and start being fascinating.
Did Shakur by any chance implement a bigger ring, or like, you know?
We don't care about that,
no?
Man. I mean, we're just gonna box this dude, man. You know, we're not going in there for the knockout. We never do. You know, the only fight that my son looked like sloppy was with Kambosos, because he was dying in there. And, you know, he said that he felt better when he was attacking more, you know. But we never do that. We always box.
And right after Teofimo Sr. laid out that mental chess narrative, the energy shifted again. This time when Andre Ward and Roy Jones Jr. jumped in. Because now, the conversation belonged to men who actually lived inside fights like this. Listening to them, you get that grown man boxing perspective. They said what a lot of us were thinking. Those weren't marketing slogans at the press conference. Those were fighting words. But here's the part of their take that really sticks. Shakur Stevenson creates in real time. He doesn't need a script or a mood. He reads, reacts, and builds round by round, like he's painting without ever looking at the canvas. Teofimo Lopez, on the other hand, is dangerous, explosive, and capable of brilliance. But when chaos hits, he still needs an outline, something to snap him back into rhythm.
I look at Shakur like a fighter who has a blank canvas. He's got the IQ, he got the experience, and the athleticism, and the skill set where he can paint any type of picture he wants to on a blank canvas. When I look at Teofimo Lopez, he's almost that. He has a blank canvas, but he needs an outline on what to draw and what to paint inside the line. Now, every now and again, he'll go away from the outline that he has and he'll do something dope and you'll be like, "Ooh, that was cool. That wasn't on the outline right there." But I don't think that he can create on the fly like a Shakur Stevenson.
And Andre Ward and Roy Jones Jr. aren't disrespecting Teofimo Lopez at all. If anything, they're giving him credit for something smart. What happened at that press conference wasn't random, it was strategic bait. The goal wasn't to win an argument. It was to pull Shakur Stevenson out of surgical mode and into something emotional. That's high-level mind games. But this is where Ward and Roy are crystal clear, and where they're right. The worst thing you can do is try to drag a calm, disciplined fighter into chaos when he knows exactly why you're doing it. If Shakur bites, Teofimo has a real shot. If Shakur stays patient, that plan collapses fast. And the irony? The legends are basically admitting, asterisk, if someone talked to us like that, we'd be scrapping on the spot. Asterisk, but they also know Shakur isn't wired that way. He doesn't need to win the moment. He just needs to win the night. That's the difference. This fight isn't about who talks louder or acts tougher. It's about who keeps their head when the outline disappears and the canvas starts moving.
What I think that Teo just painted the outline by being as disrespectful as he can at the press conference because he wants to try to piss this kid off so the kid come fight with him. You understand me? Because with me, he had exactly what he wanted. Because as soon as I go in there, I'm coming straight to his head. You understand where I'm coming from? So, but I think that's what he's trying to get. Yeah, you feel me? But I think that's what he's trying to get Shakur to do. Because why would you say that to a person? What does that have to do with boxing? You feel me? He knows that Shakur has great feet and he's not going to be able to catch Shakur if he lets Shakur take his time to do what he does. So he got to try to make Shakur come in and try to kill him, which is what he just did at the press conference.
And right after Andre Ward and Roy Jones Jr. laid out that blank canvas versus outline breakdown, the conversation shifts into something even more dangerous, firsthand experience. This is where Keith Thurman's perspective hits different. Because now we're not talking theory. We're talking rounds shared in the ring. Listening to him, it clicks why Shakur Stevenson is such a nightmare matchup. Thurman isn't saying Shakur is psychic or mystical. He's saying Shakur reads your body like subtitles. Dip here, shoulder turn there. And Shakur already knows what you're thinking about throwing before your brain fully commits. That's scary. That's not speed. That's processing. And the wild part is how casually Thurman explains it. Like it's normal to be 2 or 3 steps ahead at all times. That's why Shakur looks calm while other fighters look stressed. He's not reacting late, he's reacting early. If you love boxing, powerful punches, and real fight breakdowns, make sure to subscribe to VIP Punch. Hit the like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and share this video with true boxing fans. VIP Punch, where every punch matters.